something I love about the RIA is that it's here, it's local, it's not some YouTube millionaire in California that's asking you to send them money and they'll teach you how all their strategies. It's local, it's here, and we're doing deals in this market.
The greatest part about this being a local RIA is the fact that we have the opportunity to learn and network with people that are in our local area. So this is offering value not only to the fact that we're learning from these local investors, but there's local investors in the audience that we have the ability to network with. So it's just creating a beneficial network for everyone that's here, as well as anytime you go out of town for training, especially if you go to a big event, it's not as personable. But here you can actually take the time, get to talk to each person that you want to talk to, maneuver through the room, and you have great coaches that you can speak to after the event that are right there face to face with you.
This market is not like anybody else's market. Huntsville's always been in an insulated area that the rest of the rules of the country don't really apply. The traveling shows that may come through, they can touch on the building blocks and the basics, but they do not know the specialty of localized investing in Huntsville.
Honestly, truth be told, I came with a mindset that it would have been just like every other thing that I've been through, that it's just a apply or plot to just get you to, spend unnecessary money that you would need. But after my first day, it was totally different. It was more informative. I had 6 pages of notes that I never knew I would have gotten. It was more informative than all the other stuff that I have even looked up, all the podcasts that I've listened to, and it was good. So it gave me a different perspective of how things is supposed to be done.
In terms of our business going forward, this will help in terms of the local aspect, because this is, local to the market that we will be working in. And so having, I guess the expertise of investors who are working in this market is super helpful. And, I know kind of what steps to take per this market versus just like a generic online program that can tell you about real estate, but no one can tell you about your market more than someone actually doing it. So I think that's been the most beneficial thing for sure.
When you come to this class, the benefit is you've got local experts who understand this market and what we're up against, especially with the boom that's in Huntsville right now. So when you've got a hot real estate market, you've got to find new ways to try and develop the business and continue to progress.
Just the way that they've covered everything, that it's explained in a way that you can understand it easily, and it's perked my interest and certainly has added to what I already know and covered things I hadn't even thought about. So very, very beneficial.
It helps put more structure in place, and the networking to be able to be around people that do the same thing, that have the same goals. That's priceless. I would still be at home reading books from Books A Million. I wouldn't have taken a single step forward. I would definitely recommend. There's just so much information, the people are wonderful. It's just such a great community, and it's a tight-knit community.
I've been to a number of these in different parts of the country, but I was particularly interested in Zach's program because of what I discovered about him on the internet. Again, it goes back to local, hyper local for me. And Zach and the group are local. They understand this marketplace, and they're not just trying to sell a program. I think they're looking to identify people who are really interested in learning the space.
Everything here applies here because it's working here, people are doing it here, and it's not a strategy that works in New York City or a strategy that works in Denver. It's something that is working and is proven right here in the area that we're investing in.
And also the sheer amount of information you learn at these events, because a lot of your 3-day events from, on the national level and everything, there's little tidbits to really get you interested, but then they try to sell a package that's like, in order to actually learn what you really need to do, you have to buy this package.
Zach has a gift. He's got a communication gift, and he's able to marinate humor and real life situations that might be uncomfortable for some folks to deliver in a really meaningful and tangible way.
I love Zach, he articulates things very well, and he makes it into such digestible chunks that you can kind of understand it a lot more than reading books or stuff like that. So I love listening to Zach. He's very enthusiastic, so it makes it that much more interesting and that much more comprehensible.
Well, he's an expert and he's developed his business from the ground up. So when you listen to him, he's been through all the things that all of us go through, and he's managed to find ways to educate himself and to actually transmit that effectively to other people. So that's what makes it valuable to listen to him is you know he's speaking from the heart.
He keeps you engaged, and he's obviously very passionate about what he does and passionate about helping people, and you know he's very knowledgeable about what he does. So it's that certain trust factor there of, you know, you can take that and run with it because he's done it.
Well, then he also, when he's talking, he makes you think about things that you should be asking that you didn't even know you were supposed to ask, and then he answers the question that you should have asked that you didn't know you were supposed to ask.
I love him. I love him. He makes it fun. He makes it interesting. He interjects humor in it, and like I said, he says it in a way that we can all understand, and he keeps your attention and just keeps it going. I love that. I love his presentation.
I think he's very, very down to earth, you know, and it's just the realness, the element of you know, he's one of us. He's really kind of like just one of us, but you know, he's a little bit deeper and been involved a few more years than us, but he makes it also realistic that it could be any one of us up there teaching it in his place if we did the things that he did as well.
The way he conveys the trial and error lessons that he's gone through is definitely, you know, he's stemmed it down into a good package size that is relatable to anyone who second guesses themselves or just has general doubts. I'm really just amazed with it.